Have you ever scrolled through social media and suddenly felt behind in life? Not jealous exactly, but like you're not doing enough. Like you're not enough. That sinking feeling? It's not just in your head. It's called status anxiety, and it's hardwired into your brain. Here's the science behind why we constantly compare ourselves and why your brain treats social success like life or death. Why status feels like survival. Thousands of years ago, being part of the tribe meant staying alive. If you were respected, you got food, protection, mating opportunities. If you lost status, you risked exile, and that could mean death. Fast forward to today, your brain hasn't caught up. It still treats every social comparison like your survival depends on it. Job title, followers, income, appearance, modern proxies for ancient rank. Your amygdala, the brain's fear center, activates when you feel excluded or less than. Your dopamine system lights up when you gain status, likes, praise, recognition. We're biologically wired to track status like our lives depend on it, because they once did. The Whitehall study, Stress by Social Rank. Let's talk science. In the 1960s, researchers began the Whitehall study, a massive investigation into British civil servants. They found something shocking. Those lower in the workplace hierarchy had much higher rates of stress, heart disease, and even early death, despite all employees having access to healthcare and stable jobs. Why? It wasn't poverty. It was perceived status. Even subtle differences in workplace rank triggered chronic stress responses. The takeaway: your body and brain feel low status as a biological threat, even when your basic needs are met. Why modern life makes it worse? Here's the problem. Our brains evolved in tribes of about 150 people. You knew your place. You weren't comparing yourself to millions. Now, social media turns your phone into a constant status scoreboard. One scroll equals 20 different people's highlight reels. Someone bought a house. Someone launched a business. Someone just got married on a cliff in Bali. And your brain? It panics. Because it can't tell the difference between social danger and digital illusion. We've created an environment where comparison never stops. And biologically, your brain is exhausted from trying to keep up. The inner battle, dopamine versus contentment. Here's what's tricky. Every time you gain status, say a new follower or praise at work, your brain gives you a dopamine hit. But dopamine isn't about happiness. It's about anticipation, chasing, wanting more. This is why even successful people feel anxious. Because the goalpost keeps moving. You get one win, then need the next. It's like drinking salt water. More never satisfies. True contentment? That comes from internal validation, from meaning, connection, and purpose, not comparison. Philosophy break. Alain de Botton's insight philosopher Alain de Botton says this: the hunger for status is not about greed. It's about the need to be loved and seen. We don't chase status because we're shallow. We chase it because we fear being invisible, rejected, forgotten. But here's the twist. In modern society, success is often defined by things that are externally visible: followers, wealth, beauty. So our brains tie our worth to things we can't fully control. That's not weakness. That's wiring. Rewiring status, a new definition. So what can we do? Start by redefining status, not as how others see you, but how you measure meaning. Your status isn't your title. It's your values in motion. Your love. Your learning. Your impact. Practical steps. Take digital detoxes. Give your brain room to breathe. Practice gratitude. It turns attention inward. Surround yourself with people who value you for who you are, not what you do. Remember, your brain evolved for survival, not for TikTok. But with awareness, you can reclaim control. You don't have to play the status game. You can choose peace over pressure. Because the most powerful status is the one you no longer need to prove.